And good morning, and welcome to the Tuscola Football Network and the Jonathan Crompton Coaches Show. Got a lot to talk about. Going to try to get Coach in and out here this morning, and I'll continue after he's gone. Big win last night out at East Henderson. Set us up for a playoff. The playoffs start next week. Coach, good morning, and thank you for being here because I know you didn't get in bed till about 4:30, 4:45 this morning. So thank you.
Morning. Good morning.
So I'm sure are you drinking your coffee?
Yeah, I am. I'm hoarse anyway, so.
Yeah. So good news tonight. For everybody, turn your clock back so you'll get an extra hour's sleep starting tonight or tomorrow. But turn your clock back tonight. Don't forget that. And on the network, especially the Coaches Show, I always stick to the script and I never deviate much from what we do. But sometimes most of this has been out of my pocket, so I'm going to take 30 seconds and say happy birthday to Avery, my little bug, and your niece who worships the ground you walk on. And I cannot believe that Avery, I can't believe I'm saying this, my little baby is 13 today. Can you believe that, Jonathan?
I know. It's crazy.
It was crazy because it was just like the other day. You flew home from, I don't know, I think you were playing in Montreal, and you flew home during was it an off week before the playoffs up there? And we were at the hospital, and Coach Matthews showed up because Mike was not going to let Brooke and Brian have a baby without him being there. And that nurse tried to tell me how to hold Avery, and that didn't go well. That's still one of the funnier things is I'm chewing this nurse out holding that little baby. But anyway, happy birthday, Avery. You complete us. So anyway, Jonathan, kids played really hard last night. In all phases of the game, we had a bunch of kids that from the injuries that have been all season long. And I go back and say, man, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Though, missing those offensive linemen we've missed all year long, and seeing them last night still over there on the sidelines, it breaks my heart for them because those guys were seniors, and it breaks my heart that they didn't get to get out there. And then last night we had 2 or 3 more that got banged up through the year that are getting healed up for next week. Ty didn't play, Isaiah didn't play. We had a couple of 3 others that didn't play, but man. The youngsters that stepped in their place did wow, really played well.
No, they did all around. It was really good to see especially defensively, flying to the ball, big hits. Sorry, I'm hoarse, but like Carter Purvis. Being attentive all week at practice, James Lawner being attentive all week at practice, and then seeing how they played last night, Chase Smalley on the defensive side of the ball, which was really, really good to see.
Yeah, Carter was a Tasmanian devil last night.
He was.
Yeah, and I'm going to get to those folks as we go along, but I would be remiss to say that the last 2 weeks for me, just watching Aiden Mull and down the field level last night. Hey, first of all, carrying the football, how awesome is that? But on the defensive side of the ball, just flying in there and making hits. But we'll get to that. And I know we have a lot of folks here that are extremely traditionalist, but man, I loved your uniforms. I just need to tell you, I'm a uniform guy. We talk about that all your life. But that's a good-looking uniform you guys came out there in last night, and it represents everything so well about the program with the power tee, the colors, all the colors. And I know you put the flags on the sleeves. and it matches so well with the tee. That's a good looking uniform you guys wore last night, Jonathan.
Yeah, we on Halloween decided to go color rush and go all yellow. I wasn't sure how it would look. We obviously went through it during the week and saw it, but it surprised me. Say it that way.
Yeah, and again, the tee that you have on the helmet with that chrome in there that pops under the lights, and then and on the stripe with this the multiple power tees on your stripe. So it was really awesome to see last night. So I think one thing, Jonathan, I want to do real quick, and if I pronounce something wrong, will you please correct me? I know you will.
Yeah.
I just want to go down this list. And I don't think I've missed anybody, but if I miss someone, please correct me, okay? And I'm gonna mention every senior that was on that roster last night, okay? Felix Lopez, wide receiver, senior, and I know that you have a really special relationship with Felix. Braden Jordan, I will tell you, Jonathan, that this kid. Every time he sees me, he's yes sir, no sir. I always tell him how proud I am of him. And man, the play he made last night, the one play that they got for positive yards, he comes in there and makes what a defensive play he made last night. And he got the ball in his hand last night for a little bit. So Brandon, Halen Freeman, senior, Connor Song, big Connor Song, 6'1", 223. I think he's bigger than that, but that's just me. Jet, I can't say enough about Jet. I know the position that he's been in since he's been here. We kind of lived it here ourselves as a family, and he's been hurt, and he played through a lot of stuff this year that nobody knows about. And he's been hurt, not just a little bit hurt. So I love that kid. Aiden Mull, man, I don't want to get him on a wrestling mat either. I think Aiden will knock your teeth out. Aiden Tucker, 5'11", 161 pound, and that's our kicker. And how far has he come? Sam Calloway, big tight end, big Sam. Sam's a yes sir, no sir kid. Now here's where I always mispronounce this name, Jonathan, and please correct me because I don't want to mispronounce. Luis Ledesma, number 20. Luis Ledesma, man, and then you got Bobby Swanger, number 23. Carter Purvis, man, he has improved so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's tough as a pine knot, and that's a kid you're going to go, man. We're going to miss him because he was so locked in last night, Jonathan.
Yeah, he was.
This kid right here, it almost brings tears to my eyes. And I go back and I think of the Asheville High game as your first game as the coach here. Bryson Haynes, his dad's Chad on the coaching staff, 34. And man, just a little miscue last night. He was going to go in and get him a touchdown last night. And this kid's moved all over the football field, and he found him a home, and he's really stepped up and played some great defense for your program this year. Number 40, Easton Edwards, another senior. Cameron Hall, up front, big Cam, 5'10", 246. 58, Lucas Reinhardt. Man, Lucas has come a long, long way. Bless you, bud. Made big plays all year long. When your mom saw him before the season, she said, "Who's that 30-something-year-old dude? He's standing over there in his Carhartt, his beard, and he's like 6'5". And she goes, I said, "That's a player." She went, "No, it's not." I said, "That's a player." And really, every time he sees me, He shakes my hand. He says, "How are you?" He checks on me. He'll hit me in the chest every once in a while. I'm too old to do that now. Quit that, Lucas. You hurt me. 64, Avery Messer. Avery's stepped in this year and played multiple positions on the offensive line. Timothy Rich, another senior, number 68. And here's another kid that I've seen grow through this program since you came on board. Bryce Cosby, 73. Big Bryce, he's grown, not physically, but man, just to watch him mature on the football field, and it's been fun to see. Number 76, Carter Rose, 6'4", 250. And then our kids that were injured, Christopher Kreisman, sure missed him.
He was 42. He's 42.
Oh, so he did play like okay.
No, I'm just telling you their numbers.
Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. That's AutoZone wanting my money. They want me to spend money. Then you got Blake Clearly and man.
66.
Huh?
Number 66.
Yep. And then Alex Caldwell.
Number 77.
Number 77. And those are kids that would sure as heck, I mean, dad gum. You hate it for them. First of all, you hate it for them because you work all your life to get there. And just hate it for them. But they've been part of this team. And on the other side, it's you got younger kids that were able to step in and play earlier than you anticipated them playing, and that's only going to help in the future. So, it's always, I guess, the next man up. So let's talk about last night's game, Jonathan. Came out early, and because those are always to me, those are the hardest games. Those are really the hardest games because people go, man, you got to go in there and it's this and that and the other. And then all week in practice, everybody's telling you that you're going to go out there and just get a win. And those are trap games. And I thought your kids were really focused. So talk early to keep the momentum early. Talk about the first quarter and a half there.
Well, we wanted to take the ball. If we wanted to toss, we wanted to start fast. And I mean, 3 plays in, through a screen. Everett Messer did exactly what he was coached to do on who he was going to, the overhang linebacker. And then what was really fun to see watching the film last night was Bryce Cosby getting 25 yards downfield and making the block to secure the touchdown. You know what I mean? So that was it was. You'll never complain with scoring in 3 plays. I knew that play had a chance to score all week, and that's what we told them. If we go to who we're supposed to go to, get down there, get downfield. But seeing Cosby and get downfield that far and make the block that secured it on the corner that had been blocked, got up and tried to chase him down was really good to see. So we wanted to start fast in that way. Defense came out. We wanted to pressure early. Did a good job with that. And, just trying to go back and forth. Had a game plan in the run game. Sam did a really, really phenomenal job on an outside zone. We knew their 2 best players were their inside linebackers on defense.
Yeah. Insane.
Well, they flowed faster than we anticipated on a certain play. And Sam was still able to get the edge because everybody was covering up where they were supposed to cover up. And then just getting down the edge and Sam making a play at the end on the safety, 35 yards down the field to get in the end zone. So that was really good to see. Brought back our under center package. And like you said, unfortunately, did not convert on I think it was the 4-yard line or so. To get down there though, it was really good to see our pass package out of it and our run package getting push up front
That was really good to see. The push up front.
Yeah,
I can't emphasize that enough. That was good to see.
It was. And Jet being able to move in the pocket and extend the play. So that was good to see, because then obviously our tight end, so one of our tight ends, John, did a good job of finding the void and the space on his corner routes off those play actions to make the play. I think John had, it's not exact, but it's close, about, I think it was 3 catches for right at 90 yards and a touchdown. So he was able to find the voids with what we were going in the pass game out of our under center package again. But getting the push on both right and left side was very positive to see for us.
Yeah. And, folks, listen, sometimes you don't want to single people out, but for the rest of this season, and we'll talk about because we got a chance to do some special things here coming up this season. But boys, just Sam Trantham is I'm not going to tell you, my gosh, and the great thing about Sam, that especially last night again, is you go, as a football guy, and you go, how fast is he? That nobody catches him.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody catches him. But the things that I love about is, I think I know a lot of football. Thing when you were a kid, I remember telling you, even as the quarterback, your eyes are everything. And Sam sees things. And I think
he's got really good vision.
Yeah, and those cut. He made a cut last night. It was on the 3rd drive in the 2nd quarter, around midfield. And again, I always apologize. I hate apologizing to you. Number one, I'm your dad. You should always apologize to me. But sometimes if I have that little microphone down when I'm, and you guys want me to, I'm looking for certain things to just kind of pass on to you from the headset thing. And last night I just said that's God. That's not coached. That's not that cut that he made in his first step after the cut are just special. So just Sam's a good kid. But you threw the ball enough last night. You didn't really want to. I know you didn't want to throw it a ton. I know you could, and I know in that situation, it could have got out of hand. And I know that you have enough respect for those guys that you weren't going to do that. You were going to play. You played to half. As far as
we wanted to get to a certain point, and then just. It didn't matter if it was 10 plays or a whole half. We wanted to get to a certain point before we pulled everybody out.
But my goodness, I go back last night and you look at these young kids that stepped up and were making plays all over the football field last night. I'm just, and again, I don't want to leave anybody out, but this is just me, Sutton, Brandon Sutton, big for him to get in there last night, and he made some big plays. Aiden Mall, where's my?
And he played really good up front on that second group. I thought John handled and ran the offense really well in that second group for us.
Yeah, boy, John played well, and John caught the ball well last night from the tight end position.
He did,
and
he really did.
Just kids that's just invaluable for them to get in there and play on Friday nights against men. And I know that they don't have a good record, but they have some good football players.
Yeah. No, they do. Like I said, they're inside linebackers. We knew that were their best players that would flow hard. They were instinctive players, but ultimately, we knew if we stayed with our game plan and do what we were coached to do as far as how to get to the linebackers, our run game would open up. inside and or outside zone, depending on which one we were going with that time.
Yeah.
Like I said, our kids were attentive. They were intentional with what we were trying to do, and played well. And I mean, going in the second half, they get a little bit of momentum running the football, move the ball, get down there, and we get a big fourth down stop to save the shutout. That's amazing to see with a group that hasn't played. Most of them have not played any varsity football. And so to see that was good to see that the quote unquote, the lights weren't too big for them. I didn't think it would be, but ultimately you don't know until they're there. And I thought they played really well on that end. Came off the field and they were having a blast, and that's what was fun to see. They were enjoying every moment of it. A couple of them were playing both ways, offensive and defensive side of the ball. So I'm proud as crap of our guys. I really am, all around. And like I told them after the game, the guys that we pulled up, I'm not going to call them JVs because they're not JVs anymore. They're on the varsity team. So those are the fun things you get to say as a coach.
Yep. And I think that a lot of them, when you see, like to me, how far you guys have come in areas that probably most folks in the stands don't recognize, is like Vinny, our sophomore, out there last night, and the situation happened near the end of the game, and man, did he handle that so well. He didn't retaliate, and his teammates didn't retaliate, and those are things that probably in the past couple of years would have been negative for us. And I thought they did a really good job. And Vinny in particular, because he was the one that was involved initially, I thought Vinny handled himself well. And that shows growth.
Yep.
And that shows growth because those are the things that'll win championships for you. What time? I know that you didn't get to bed till about 4:45, and I know you guys watched the film, so we'll transition on. And the playoff situation, if we go back, it's not the conference. That means nothing. It's the RPI, and that's a pretty complicated formula. But does it appear that we're going to be home next week?
Oh no, we're home. It just matters against who.
And we will learn that today or tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay. So, I don't want to even ask who we have a possibility to play, because it could be one of 3 or 4 or 5 teams, right?
Yeah, it can change. Because there's no more. Excuse me. There's no more line in the state, so they're doing it where they'll take however many teams are going to make it. They'll start on each end of the state and go, here's these seeds, blah, blah, blah. And then when they get to the middle, like a team could play in the East one year and the West the next. So
now what now?
Because there's no drawn line. It's RPI only. So not us. I'm talking about like the ones in the middle. It just depends. So around Davidson County is roughly the draw line, even though there's no line. So we'll see if Davidson County plays in the West or the East. So that'll determine some stuff too.
Oh, well, okay. So that's totally new then.
As the past, yes. The past 4 or 5 years, it's not been this way.
Okay. And I will tell you something that you and last night when you and Coach Hawkins, you guys can make money being a comedy team. That was funny. You and Coach Hawkins, that was funny. And Coach Hawkins, that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And he was so proud. And as the defensive coordinator, man, just those kids that, I'll go back because we can't really talk deep about the playoffs yet. But man, you had kids flying all over the football field, Coach. and you had hats on the ball. And what the other thing that impressed me was how well your kids stayed in the lane on your kickoff coverage and rallied to the football. I mean, so that's just a hell of a lot of growth there.
Yeah. No, I mean, just once again, all around. Cameron Frizzell, number 22, was moving down on kickoffs last night. Played really well on defense and got him some offensive reps last night and did what he was supposed to do. And he's very coachable. Once again, he understands what we're wanting to do. He's played awesome on special teams all year for us. But last night he was, if we were to clock his flying 40, he was moving last night.
Yeah. So what is your skill? I mean, what are you going to have to do the rest of the day? You just got to monitor the thing.
Yeah, I mean, got to go do laundry. I mean, seriously, we got to get laundry done. We'll make sure all of our stuff is updated. I mean, accurately. It is, but I always like to do that. We'll triple check because there's a deadline today, and then start looking at potential teams that we may play.
Yeah, and then a couple other things here, and I haven't had time to do much besides just try to work and just because it's tough out here for everybody right now. But I can't say enough good things about our radio coverage. Man, it is as good as it gets with Branson and Coach Etheridge. Jonathan, they do such a great job for your program and represent. And I know how much this, Branson had to step away from the coaching ranks this year. He's got some stuff that he's got to take care of. But boy, does he and Coach E just do one. There's nobody better in Western North Carolina. We got the best radio team going, and that's a big deal for people. It's just like this, what we're doing this morning. It's really wild. Bless you, bud. I get notes from people like this morning. I don't know what time it is. It's 5 o'clock in the morning West Coast time, 5:30 in the morning West Coast time. We got people in the Washington State that watch this every Saturday morning live. We got people in Montana. We got people in Wyoming, and the same thing with our radio coverage. We got people all over the country that now know to go and listen to the stream live and listen to your guys. So and for them they do such a great job, and people understand what the game when they're doing it, and they're very passionate, and we can't thank them enough for what they do for your program, because it's all one program. It's a big deal.
Yep, it is.
And let me think. I'm trying to just go down here because this is our final regular season thing. And I didn't get to see Amy and her husband last night because Janet was cold and she wanted to get the heck out of there. But I'm sure, as usual, they were down there feeding everybody and making sure everybody was taken care of before we trekked on the bus back across the 26.
Yeah, no, we've got a great group of parents. Bartley's out there helping as well. Once again, we've got a great core group of just families, players, everything.
Yep. And just want to, I know that it's 8:30, and I know that you've got a ton to do. And I know that you, like I said, I think you and Trevor got out of there about 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning before you guys got out of there. Your coaching staff did a good job of making sure your kids were prepared. So kudos. And now with all the stuff, the last month has not been easy, and a lot of noise, a lot of stuff that you guys that you put up with, but you're kind of where you want to be. This is what you work all year for to get to next week.
Yeah, I mean, I got a home playoff game. I don't know what else to say.
That's it. And so I know that, again, I appreciate you getting up this morning. I know that you guys are just dragging, and you're going to go do laundry, and I can't thank you guys. But more importantly, these kids. I love watching these kids and watch their growth. And I think my biggest takeaway from the regular season for me is I hate the injuries that kept our guys from being able to play. That I think would have been the difference makers up front.
It's unfortunately that's part of sports, part of football. We had kids step up and play well.
Yeah. So I know that we usually stay on here for about 50 minutes, but I know you got a busy day, and more importantly, I know you're going to do your laundry, but you guys are just itching to get on there and get the playoff stuff straightened out.
Yeah.
So thank you. And again, thank you.
We'll see who we've got and update everybody once we know.
Yeah. And as soon as you know, you let us know like you always do, and we'll get it on here and we'll make sure it's disseminated out to everybody. Big win. Congratulations. A good way to end the regular season. And, hopefully next week we're going to talk about another victory and going on to round 2 and trying to make a run of it at this thing.
That's right.
That's it. All right, bud. Well, again, thank you to our sponsors, as they've always scrolled across the bottom of the screen. Ed, buddy, it is not unnoticed. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the words of kindness, and I appreciate you stepping up and being supporting this thing, because this thing takes time, effort, and money. So Amy, of course, Amy's with her real estate. Heath with the Mountain Oxygen Services, and our business here, Crompton Auto Mart, so we're ready to rock. Let's do this thing, Jonathan. We'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll to hear all about the games that most people that have YouTube TV are not going to be able to see today. That's not good. People are not happy.
Oh, that's right.
That's it. All right, bud. Go. I know you got a busy day. Go get them. Thank you for your time. Go do the radio thing with Charlie. I'll see you later. Thank you, everybody.